Okay, there we go. All right, hello. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube and the Twitch. So in Twitch, I see Lord of the Hold and KK. Hello, guys. In YouTube, we have Dion and a big piece. Can I increase this font? I feel like I'm blind. I'm very blind. Put this always on top. Okay. Good morning from Australia. I'm sure your little talk today will be amazing. Thank you for all you do for everyone. Take care. Yeah. Hey, Ivan. Hi. Rosside Paranormal. Hello. Hello. How's it going? Yeah. So I just decided to do a random stream because tomorrow I get the Botox. And I remember last time, for one, I think he said I had to stay sitting up for 3 or 4 hours. Like I might stream tomorrow just because that, because I remember I got really tired after. So like I might stream just to make sure I stay sitting up. But I also remember I got really sick for like 2 days, 2 or 3 days, right? So I'm just sort of thinking, okay, we'll get a stream in today since, well, what happened was I was scheduled to do Fear the Living Pod, and we were scheduled to do a session for that, a recording. But then, like, 3 of the 5 of them, stuff came up and they had to cancel. So we just canceled it. So I'm like, I'm already wearing makeup and I'm already, I'm already here. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stream. I'm going to get a stream in. And then that way, I at least have a stream in for the week just in case something happens tomorrow where I can't stream for some reason. I'm hating my lips are like a mess today. I don't know. Stuff did not go on properly. Now I don't like the way they look. But how are you all doing today? Makeup and hair. Well, this thing, I'm like, my makeup's pretty good today. Like I actually messed this up. My eyeshadow. It went wrong. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to blend it all together. And then I blended it all together and I'm like, I don't like my lips, but I'm like, my eyes look really good. So it's like, I like my eyeshadow today. It turned out really nice and it was a mistake at first. So I was like, okay. Like, well, I'll stream and then, we'll just kind of take it from there. Do you think it'll be okay for Wednesday? If not, we can reschedule. I think I don't know. Like, I had Botox before, like cosmetically, and I didn't get sick. It kind of felt like food poisoning or something, like sort of. So, like, I don't really think it was the Botox. I think it's like extremely rare to get that. But like, I figure, you know what, we'll see how it goes. What I'll do is I'll get the Botox and then, cause I get it at 2 p.m. tomorrow and then I'll see like how I feel. Cause like, it wasn't like, it was just weird. Like it was just the stomach issues. And like it could have been like food poisoning or I could have caught a flu because also at the time my mom was in the long-term care or whatever, like she was in the rehab center and I was coming and going from there a lot. And there's like a lot of like illness and sickness and stuff. So like I'm not sure that it was really the Botox that did it, but yeah. I wanna keep it because you have another guest, right? And just my whole week is booked with this stuff and I was preparing myself for this, like a bunch of recording and stuff. So what I'll do is I get the Botox at 2 and then I'll see how I feel, by the end of the night. If I feel like the stomach thing is happening by the end of the night, then I'll know, okay, for sure that this is the Botox that does it. And then I'll let you know, like, around dinner time or something, we'll give it a few hours. So, cause I want to get it done. Cause I was like, I had a bunch of interviews and podcasts and people to record with this week. And my whole schedule is filled with that this week. And I'm like, okay, this week I'm going to record a bunch of stuff. I just have videos to edit. I don't have to worry about like writing a new script. And I was kind of planning around it. So yeah, Chris, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live just in case. Cause like, I don't know with the Botox at the very least, the Botox made me like really tired. And I do get that from the nerve injections as well. It's just like an adrenaline thing. So Yeah, KK, mistakes can be the prettiest though. Sometimes mistakes are better than planned look too. Yeah, like this eyeshadow was looking pretty cool actually, and it was total mess up mistake. So, um, you should write some code that uses AIVO to put coherent ghosts in your background randomly that look real. I don't know that I could do that on here because I think I'd have to be using some different software for the camera and shit. That'd be annoying. I could like you could add stuff in like in post. That would be easier to do. Um, but I don't know. That's more like Beardo adds like the fake ghosts. Like he shows people how to add fake ghosts and stuff. He's more the editor. Beardo and that other guy, what paranormal what is this guy's name again? Paranormal Debunked or something? Everyone who has paranormal in their channel name, I struggle to remember what their name is. So oh yeah, Chrissy sent me the video. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Just popped in to say hey Red Devil. Yeah. So yeah, I just figured, you know what, I'll do a bit of streaming tonight. We'll just kind of like touch base and then we'll see how tomorrow goes. If anything too, I might even just like, I don't know, I might stream without a camera or something. I don't know. It all kind of depends. So, because last time I streamed with the Botox, I streamed to kind of stay awake, right? Um, and I didn't want to put on any makeup because I just had like my face all like pricked. But then people were like in the comments were saying that I look like a little kid. So I was like, I don't really want to do that again. They're like, you look like a little kid without makeup. I'm like, oh God. Okay. But yeah. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. And I'll kind of judge it from there. If I start getting like the stomach, like it was like gurgly and upset and stuff. If I start getting it tomorrow, then I'll know that it's a Botox thing. But I don't know. It felt kind of weird. Like I feel like I feel like I maybe caught something. So we'll see. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, and what else I am doing too is I know a few of you guys have like fibro and stuff in the chat and are from the United States. So I did a little bit. So I have my vlog channel. I released a new vlog today on it. But I did a little bit of filming and picture taking and taking some notes today when I went for my nerve block injections. So I'm planning to do my vlog next week. I'm going to kind of talk about like the treatments that I do for fibro. I was telling Dr. May, oh, that's my doctor's name. I shouldn't have said that. I was telling my pain doctor, KK, about how like they burned your nerves before they tried blocks. And he was like, that's crazy. He's like, why would, like, it's crazy that they wanted to do nerve burning before trying nerve blocks because nerve blocks they don't damage. It's not permanent damage. Nerve burning is like not a good treatment at all. So, I'm not getting too personal. Oh yeah, I do Botox for migraines for anyone who didn't catch that from last time. Right. Some people in here know that already and I forgot. Yeah, I do Botox for the migraines. Yeah. But like when you go for the migraines, it's 20 units. It's a lot. So I'm like, maybe that made my stomach upset. I don't know. Everyone thinks we look younger than we are though. So no makeup really isn't different than any other vid. Yeah. Yeah, like, but that's the thing though. I run into some other people and I've talked to some other people and they're like, their doctors are trying to get them to do the nerve burning too, or cortisols in their bones when like they have fibro. And it's like, why? Like, why, why are doctors doing that for fibro? That's like not good. Like, just do the nerve blocks, right? So, KK, we all know you're 72, yeah. I'm immortal. So yeah, so I did like a little bit of filming and some picture taking. I took some notes today too. And just kind of like talked to my doctor to get his opinion. Just I'll do like a voiceover because I can't really film like in there because like it's inappropriate. So then tomorrow I'm going to do the Botox for migraines, which I'll do like a little bit. I'll do the same thing. I'll take some pictures of the things. I don't know if I'm allowed to show syringes on YouTube. I'm not sure. Like it's not street drugs. It's like, normal medicine. So I took pictures of them today and I was going to take pictures of the Botox one tomorrow too, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I have that. I'll take some pics and do some things as best I can too with the Botox and explain it to everyone as well. And then I also went on a rant today because my pharmacy messed up some stuff. So there's that. So I'm trying to do like a little bit of a, this is my treatments example to show what I do for treatments, right? I'll probably go through like, because I want to do as like a fibro. It's gonna be like a fibro vlog next week, right? I'll probably list some of the medications or something I'm on, or general. I don't know what else. I don't know what all I'm allowed to talk about on YouTube. And then I want to like maybe show some different creams I use for pain and some other things I use for pain. Just, you know, how does Botox work for migraines? It like makes it so your muscles and stuff can't move, and like it like makes your nerves stay still or something. I don't really understand it. I just know I couldn't really move my face, and it got rid of a lot of my migraines. Kiwi, gosh darn, I was just looking online, found y'all having a live without me. Well, I just started and it was really random because like, I don't know, tomorrow I get Botox, and I remember last time I got it, I was really tired. So like, I'm like, maybe I'll do the stream tomorrow. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure. So we'll see. I don't know. How does Botox work for migraines? I don't know the details of it other than like I couldn't move my face and that seemed to stop the migraines. Botox interferes with pain signals sent from the nerves to the brain. It does this by blocking the release of neurotransmitters. Interesting. I wonder if Botox could like block fibro pain. That's interesting. I didn't realize that it literally blocks the nerves from saying we're in pain right now. Interesting. Okay. Can also help to calm hypersensitive nerves that contribute to migraine pain. Interrupts the pain signals. Okay. It seemed to work really well. So the thing is with him though, so my eyes get droopy though after I got it, and I watched like my videos, editing my videos over the last 3 months, because I go every 3 months for it, right? So like this will be my second time going, so we're experimenting. I noticed the first like month my eyes are super droopy. The second month they start opening back up again, and the third month I can tell the Botox is worn off on the third month. Like it felt like a truck has hit me over the last couple of weeks, because I was also my shots were due and my meds were due and my Botox is due. And I just feel like I'm like, I just felt horrible this last week or two. Right. So like I mentioned it to my neurologist about the eye droopy. And then he said that he can put less in to make the eyes less droopy. But the thing is like, whatever he did seemed to work. And I know I do squint a lot, and like I get migraines from like lights, and I squint especially around lights and stuff. And I thought like, cause when I squint, it kind of gives me a migraine. Cause that's why I started wearing glasses all the time, because I was squinting all the time and it was causing my migraines to get worse. So I'm like, I can't squint with the amount of Botox he put in my face. It doesn't let me squint. And I feel like that helps. So I'm like, I don't know if I want less in. I'm going to talk to him and see what he says. So I'll see him tomorrow and then see what he says. But yeah, we'll see. Also, if the stomach thing that I had, if it was caused by Botox, by the end, it was like 3 or 4 days. I don't know, but I figured it out that like what I could eat. So like if I do get the stomach thing on with the Botox again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into it like eating, because the eating was making me sick. And I didn't really realize that until the third or fourth day. So I figured out that I could only have soup broth and crackers. It was like, that was it. So if anything, I could just do that. Oh, I should have ordered this other soup broth. Oh, I don't know if it'll get here in time for tomorrow. If I order this, will it get here in time for tomorrow? I should have ordered this because this is like a good idea. Delivery. It says by tomorrow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can order this thing. I found this soup broth. It's like a powder, but it's bone broth. And it's like a powder mix. And it says that it has 15 grams of protein per serving. So like that's better than like what I'm doing right now, which is the shitty, ramen, whatever. I just use the ramen stuff, right? I don't even use the noodles. I just use the I use the powder broth because I like it. When I've bought bouillon cubes and stuff before, they don't taste like the ramen like bouillon. I really like the ramen bouillon. Hey Julie. Liquid diet, definitely better if you're nauseous. Yeah, it was like soda crackers and soup. And once I switched to soda crackers and soup, then I wasn't feeling as sick. But it took me a few days to figure it out. So, bosses, food fight. Hey, y'all, gorgeous people having rum and coke, then off to bed. All right, that sounds good. Oh, welcome. You joined membership. I don't know. How am I saying this? Is it Boses? Bose? Bose? I don't know how to say it. I feel like the better bouillon stuff, it's better than regular bouillon cubes and more flavor. Yeah, it's got a lot more flavor to it, right? So, okay, I ordered that other broth because I want to try it because if it's got protein in the broth, then that will help like with food, right? Oh, geez, wait. Somebody gifted memberships. Okay, hold on, wait. Oh no. I have this new chat thing, so hold on. Who did it? Oh, okay. Both gifted it. You're gonna have to tell me how to say your name. Bose's food fight. Yeah, thank you for gifting the 5 membership. Pronunciation is bossy. Am I saying bossy? Bossy? Like bossy? I'm bossy. Oh, is Jeff here? Hi, Jeff, if you're here. Is Dana gone off to bed? Are you still awake? Right. Thank you for gifting the 5 memberships. So it's very much appreciated. Thank you. If any of you got a membership, make sure that you say thank you to Bossy. I like that name if that's how you pronounce it, if I'm getting it right. Hey, Victoria. Enjoyed your recent demon videos. Yeah, I have one that I need to finish editing. I was supposed to release it this week, but it's just been like, man, like my Botox wore off. Like I was saying, my Botox wore off. My nerve block injections were off. My pills were due. It was just like everything. I'm like, man, yesterday I slept till 7 p.m. I think it was. And then I woke up, ate something, and then I went back to bed at like midnight. I'm like, I was awake literally for like 4 or 5 hours yesterday, and that was it. Like I felt like I've been dying. So yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a great conversation starter. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun name. Yeah. Some of us have problems with syringes. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. If I do the vlog or whatever, I'll just be like, because I kind of wanted to just show it, right? But I'll just be like, trigger warning or whatever for syringes. But I think I took the picture before he put the pokey thing on the end. And that's the thing. I can just remove the pokey thing. Because like a syringe without a pokey thing isn't a needle, right? It's just a tube of liquid. So need a new approach, Kiwi. Just stare at it until I don't watch it. No, like I get shots. I get a lot of needles because I get the nerve block injections every 2 weeks. So I get a lot of needles and I don't look at them. That's my thing, right? It's not really that I'm like scared of them, but like if I look at them, even if like my blood's getting drawn, I don't look. I get faint. I can faint if I look at the needle. Even when I get like a tattoo, I don't look. Yeah. I keep trying to share stuff. Every app slows me down. Hey Luna, what are you trying to share? I'm not sure what you mean. I can't watch blood draws or shots. Yeah, it's like I'm not scared of them or anything, but if I look at it, I start to faint. It's so weird. It's so annoying. So yeah, point is I get a lot of needles all the time because they help. Like it's worth the pain and the whatever because it it gives lasting results lasting to a point, right? I'm going to go into details of it in my vlog next week. So I'll release that one next week. Just I wanted to kind of do a vlog on like, like my vlog channel is called like Fibro Fleur, right? So I'm like, I wanted to do a vlog talking about the treatments that I do. So once or twice, just inviting it, you'll change your feeling. Maybe it's just me. I've got a lot wrong with me, but I could never do self-injections. I actually do self-injections. So no, I do self-injections, but I like make sure I'm sitting and like have my back against the chair in case I pass out. It's really weird. It's like, I'm not scared and I'm not freaked out, but it's just like my body's like, yeah, we're gonna faint now. Like anytime too, I've gone for a tattoo, I go into shock. That's what it is. I literally go into shock. So I have to make sure I'm positioned just in case I faint. So yeah. Been in too much pain to sleep, been awake for at least, I don't know how many days. I have to give myself shots every evening. Yeah, I've been there before, Julie. And that starts making you crazy when you're not sleeping from the pain. Oh my God. When you're not sleeping and you have chronic pain, it starts to wear on you. I feel you. It's an irrational fear, and it's amazing how it can affect some people. Yeah, it's weird. Like my body just goes into shock. It's so strange. Hey, Jana. I was just going to ask how you are, but I jumped when you were talking about it. Jumped what? Wait, what? Gentle hugs, Julie. Yeah, Julie's going through the ringer. Julie needs some better doctors too. It's rough. I did have a nurse miss me like 6 times. I've had bad blood draws for sure. I was trying to share every live stream listening to right now. Oh, gotcha, Luna. Okay. I don't like to watch it either. Yeah, it's just like if I turn away, I'm fine. But yeah, I do give myself, because there was this migraine like injection that I was trying for a bit, and it worked really well, except they wouldn't cover it because when the allergies started, which is what I want to see will happen with Botox, because this is the time of the year when my migraines get worse because I'm allergic to trees and then grass and stuff. So like this time of the year is bad. So I'm curious if the Botox will stop it, because the injection worked really well, but it couldn't beat out the allergy migraines. And I'm curious if the Botox will, because the funny thing is, so like, jumped into the stream is what Jana meant. Oh, okay. I've been super restful lately. Yeah, I guess I slept for an hour last night. Yeah, that's rough. I meant jump to the live stream. Okay. Gotcha. So like, I don't eat very much because I don't know, it's just a fibro thing. But then we go through stages where like we're just not hungry and food like is, turning us off, and we don't eat very much, like maybe a meal and a half or something a day, it happens. And then like we'll have a couple days where we're like really hungry and then we eat a bunch of stuff. So the thing is though, what happened with me with the migraines is that like I'd always have to eat something right before bed. Like I have to force myself to, otherwise I wake up with a migraine. And it's very frustrating because I like don't want to eat right before bed. And a lot of times like not hungry for it. So I noticed with the Botox, I'm not getting that migraine. Like I'm able to stop eating right before bed. So like I really like that. Whereas like the shot I did for the migraines, it didn't stop that. It didn't stop the food migraine that I would get in the morning. I would still have to keep eating at night, but the Botox stopped it. So I was like, that's pretty good if the Botox stopped it, because nothing's ever been able to stop that. I've always had to eat right before bed, which is not healthy to do, but you bought your partner you bought your first Tempur-Pedic bed. Yeah, I really need a new bed. I'm hoping, you know what, maybe fingers crossed, maybe we get famous and I can get one of those, like, what's that bed that all the YouTubers, I can't remember what it's called now. All the YouTubers got a bed and they all like do a commercial for it. I'm like, I would do the commercial just for the bed. Just give me a bed and I'll do the commercial. Like you don't pay me for the commercial. Just give me a fucking bed. You're just hoping the Botox helps with the allergy migraines too. Yeah, I'm really hoping. My life partner had blood drawn yesterday. Yes, it's going into summer. Yeah. I love my purple mattress, Nectar, I think. I go to a neurologist in July to see about my migraines and falls. Oh, good. Hopefully the neurologist will help you. Do you have a rheumatologist as well? You should be seeing a rheumatologist too, because they would help with pain stuff. I don't know if you have a pain doctor too, but if you have all those, I would see if you can get referred to a different one, because Julie, your doctors suck. They're not taking care of you. I almost bought one recently. Hey Marie. Hi Fleur, it's really late in UK, 3 a.m. Yeah, it was really late when I started the stream. I was saying that I was going to do a recording session with Fear the Living Pod, but then that kind of like got canceled. And so I was like, well, I already have makeup on and I'm here. So I'm like, I'll just do a stream because I'm getting Botox tomorrow and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Purple Mattress. Yeah, what's the name of that company that, oh my God. I can't remember. The mattresses look so comfortable though. All the YouTubers, like YouTuber mattress sponsored ship. It's like, I know it. It's just, my brain is not letting me remember it right now. Helix Sleep. That's it. I'm waiting. Like that's the one sponsor that like I really want one day. My first sponsor, like I really want Helix, because I'm like, I want a Helix mattress so bad. So much drama. Wait, what happened? What drama? What drama? I think they did the Nectar mattresses. Nectar? I don't think I've heard of those. We got Bohemian Grove and all the music festivals. I need and want an adjustable bed. Yes, for product endorsements with free products for reviews. Yeah, can't wait to start my channel. Yeah. Bummer. It's coming, folks. I'll have Florio guest yet. Yeah, we'll eventually get the Fear the Living Pod where I'm a guest. We'll get there one day. We'll figure it out, right? But yeah, so this next Botox thing, this is going to be a good test. I'm hopeful that it helps with the allergy stuff, because the Botox took away the food migraine that I get. So I'm hopeful that it'll be able to combat the allergy. Hey, charming girl. It's hard to find a good doctor, and when you do, it can take 2 to 3 weeks to actually see them over here in Perth, Australia. Dude, in Canada, my pain doctor, see, what worked best is when I got actual names. Like, I met other patients out in the wild, whatever, you run into people, pain people, chronic sufferers, and then they gave me like names of doctors. And once I got like names of doctors, then I could like actually request a doctor by name. And that's when I started getting proper help. And like, there's no real way to like find these people unless you like talk to people in your area, right? But so I waited 9 months to see this pain doctor. I've been seeing him now for like 15 years. I don't even know. He's been my doctor for a very long time, but I waited 9 months for him. And like, even in Canada here, just to see a specialist, you're going to wait like 6 months. So I waited 9 months for him. It was worth it though. Marie, yeah, you look really pretty today. Yeah, I'm like, my makeup looked pretty good. And it was a mess up. I screwed up my makeup and I turned it into this, and I thought it actually looked really good. So Santa Monica has a plan, drinking in public with a wristband. That you're allowed to drink in public with wristband? Paranormal Monkey. Oh, is Paranormal Monkey up right now? Doesn't he usually do his podcast like early in the day? Well, for me, it's early in the day. For you guys, it's probably at night, right? Isn't he in England or something? Is he up right now? I don't see him. I think I'm maybe misunderstanding your message. He's normally not around this early or late, I mean. Hopefully that bone broth comes in time, because that's what I'll end up eating. I had 2 open heart surgeries since 1973. That's a lot. Yeah, that's rough. I've heard that the healing like from that can hurt, because they like your chest cavity, right? Kind of skeptic about everything. Oh, you mean paranormal stuff? Yeah, I mean, I'm like a skeptical believer, right? Like I'm pretty skeptical, but I do believe in some stuff, but like Can I explain it properly? Not really. Could it be debunked? Probably. But I'm still like a believer in like seeking. I think most of us honestly are. I don't think there's many people in the debunking community and YouTube, like many creators that are pure skeptics. I think there's just a few, but the majority of us are skeptical believers. So that's why we go out and we look at paranormal stuff, because we're wanting to see something, you know? Your makeup today is iconic. Yeah, I was like, it looks really good. It was an accident, so it looked really good. So there's not many specialists where I am. Yeah, when I got my first name of a doctor who first started helping me, when I started making like progress on my treatments, I was driving like an hour to see this guy, and that's an hour like with okay traffic, and if it was like during rush hour or whatever, it'd be like much longer, like 2 hours. So I was driving to go see him all the time because he was the only one that was helping me. And then I had to start seeing someone local because the driving was getting too much and everything too. So that's when I got the name of my current pain doctor, and I started seeing him. So, no, I think it's been like 10 years or 11 years that I've been seeing him for, something like that. So, but yeah, it's tough when you don't really have any good ones near you. And that's sort of where I'm at too. I'm like, man, I would love to like move out of this city that I'm in. Is like, the people here are really shitty people. And I just don't like the area, like, and the public transit sucks, and rent is expensive. I'm like, I would love to move somewhere, a little bit more like people I want to be around, but my doctors here are really good, and it took me so long. Like, I fought for 7 or 8 years to like find a good doctor, and it took me so long to get him, and I'm like, I'm not moving unless he moves. If he moves, then I'll move. My occupational therapist thinks I have fibromyalgia, but I refuse to get diagnosed from my MD because they don't listen to you anymore and just blame everything on the fibromyalgia. That's why you still have to be your own like advocate, right? If I ever becomes a catch-all in the cause for, like, you've got to go in and be angry and be your own advocate. That's what I've learned. Like, you have to do it, Thanks for the membership, whoever it was. I think it was Bossy that did it. Yeah, follow the doctors. Yeah, pretty much. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I was like being really persistent and like pressuring my like general practitioner and stuff, and like, I was being really persistent with stuff, and I was saving up money to actually go into the States, because at the time it wasn't as much fibro as I was being diagnosed with MS, but I wasn't being diagnosed with MS. It's called MS purgatory, and there's a lot of us that exist in it. We don't have the symptoms for each MS. They have to fit two very like stringent requirements, but we all have some of it. We just don't have all of it. So we are all stuck in purgatory. So in Canada, there's no MS specialist, but in the States there is. So I was saving up money to go there. And then I ended up, like, this is the thing, like, you've got to be persistent, right? So then I ended up having like a video call with a doctor. It was part of this like support group. And this doctor came on to speak to everyone as like a seminar, a free seminar or whatever. I ended up talking to the doctor about my plan to go to the States and stuff. And then she told me that I need to start getting a specialist for everything. And that was the best advice, honestly. Get a specialist for everything. Like, you have migraines, get a neurologist. You have stomach problems, get an internist. Like, ask for a specialist for everything that's wrong with you. And then all those specialists will end up like treating stuff, and you can come up with a treatment plan, right? And that's what I did. And that helped me the most out of anything. So, and when I started asking my general practitioner for a specialist, and I stopped asking for help from him, it changed him. Like, he realized that I was like, I lost faith in him, and that actually like changed him as well. So that was the best advice I ever got. I was watching YouTube shorts and wasting time. I drive 40 minutes to a city, but the next big city is 3 hours away. Yeah, and sometimes like if you can get a good doctor too, sometimes they'll give you like medicine and your prescriptions and stuff for like 6 months if it's too hard to get there. But I've driven like hours like to Toronto, which is like 4 hours with traffic, man. It's like 4 or 5 hours one way, like to there and back. And I was driving to Toronto to try to get help too. Like that's where I'm like, you got to be persistent. If you give up, then you're not gonna. You get stuck. Like you know what I mean. So. I drive an hour each way for my pain doctor too. I totally agree. Once you find a pain management doctor that actually helps you stick with it, even if it's far distance. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Alexis, are you okay? Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, it's like that's what a lot of it is. So my vlog that I'm gonna release like next week, that's sort of what I want to plan to do is kind of talk about my experience, show like a bit of my treatments and stuff. And I don't know, maybe it'll help someone, maybe it won't, because like I feel like nerve block injections are very misunderstood in the United States for some reason. Because anytime I talk to anyone who lives in the US and I try to explain to them that they should try them, they're convinced that nerve block injections are either nerve burning or cortisol. And I'm like, no, it's not those at all. And for whatever weird reason, it's all United States people. Like everyone else knows what they are, that they're just freezing. But United States people, I don't know what your doctors tell you, but like there's something wrong with your doctors. Doctors in the UK don't listen. Got diagnosed with fibro, 14 years physiotherapy, different medication. Because I moved doctors several times. Yeah, changing doctors several times doesn't help things. Yeah, yeah. 3 hours away for any specialists. Yeah, I mean, I've done it. It's tough, but sometimes you got to do that to find someone who's going to help you, right? So it's just you got to be persistent. You can't give up. If you give up, then your doctors are going to give up because you're just a number. Like when you go to see them, they're paying attention to you for the 30 seconds that you're in the appointment. But once you're gone, you're gone. But your life continues and you still have to deal with it. So like you've got to be persistent. You got to be your own advocate and you've got to stick up for yourself. So nice disaster for makeup. Wish I could do that. It was like totally by accident. I was able to get this to look good. I don't know. Some days I'm able to do good eye makeup and some days I just know like my hands are too shaky and I can't do it. Because us Americans have been fear-mongered into not trusting medicine. Yeah, I don't know, man. But the thing is, like, I don't know why the doctors there are immediately going to nerve burning or cortisol when it's not like for people with fibro. It doesn't make sense because fibro, it's more about like the pain signals in your muscles and stuff. So like nerve blockers would make more sense. So, in NM, I was 2 hours to any specialist at my dentist and all. Yeah, it happens. And sometimes you got to drive. So, they call the steroid injections nerve block too. Yeah. And it's not steroids. No. So like, that's where like, I'm going to try to explain that in my vlog. Like I'm giving you the name of what it is, but it can be called different names. It's just anything in the cane family. That's it. There are some different versions that you can get as well. I came here, mid conversation. I'm lacking context. That's why I asked if you're okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Yeah, I'm okay. We're just talking about like healthcare stuff, right? Because dealing with chronic illnesses. Like I was like, I became like a bulldog. Like that is how I ended up getting good treatment and finding good doctors. Like I was very persistent. I didn't let them, just forget about me, I would show up in my GP's office like every week, like freaking out because I was just in pain and I was like struggling. I would just show up there with no appointment. I'd be like, no, he needs to help me. Like we need to find help. And then the other thing I was doing is I was on a lot of support groups online and talking to a lot of people. And that helped me get guidance and also helped me, get guidance and then also help me, find names of doctors to be referred to. So, all right. You received a membership. Did somebody else donate memberships? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Marie gifted 5 memberships. Oh, thank you, Marie. Make sure that you guys who got memberships, make sure that you thank Marie for your memberships. Yes, thank you. Thank you for gifting the 5 memberships. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was dealing with a new chat. I have like a new chat thing because I'm trying to do the multi-streaming. So it's like weird looking now and I got to scroll around to find stuff. I think I want to do multi-streaming on Facebook, but I have to like pay for something to do Facebook. I have to like pay for it unless I can find a free one. I'll have to look it up, but it's like if you want to stream to a Facebook page, you have to pay for the service. And then like I'm already paying for all this other crap. Like I had to pay for Zoom. I'm paying for like software. I'm paying for like all these stuff. And I'm like, man, this stuff is expensive. I'm like, something's got to give. But I think Facebook is a good spot for like paranormal stuff and debunking stuff. It seems like there's a lot of like audience on Facebook versus anywhere else. So eventually I want to do the Facebook streaming. But I think it's like 100 followers or something first. I'm really like, I just don't really do much with the social media because I'm tired of social media. Charming girl. Right now in the U.S., healthcare is becoming a major issue. I work at a hospital. We're losing so much money from lack of funding, seeking to merge, stay open. Yeah, healthcare is a big problem here in Canada. We're having the same problems, but not caused by the same reason. You know what I mean? Like your guys' issues are being caused by stupid stuff. Our issues are we have shortages. We don't have doctors and nurses. A lot of people quit after the COVID stuff. It just burned them out and nobody's going to school for stuff. Like we're running out of people. People don't want to be healthcare workers anymore. So like, I mean, there's some out there, but we're running low on people. That's our problem right now. Ken, hey Ken. That's the username, says, I don't think Facebook has a big audience for streaming. Facebook groups are still popular. There's actually a lot of people that you guys follow that stream on Facebook too, and I see that their streams on Facebook do really well. So there is an audience for it. It's about building it up though. WA state is cutting back on Medicare, Medicaid, and Planned Parenthood. Yeah, I mean, the problem with the United States right now is like, hopefully in 4 years, the problem goes away. Yeah, it's a little bit, you guys are in a weird spot currently right now. It's something unprecedented, right? Kiwi, my sister has MS and I have fibromyalgia. Yeah, the thing is like, I think that fibro is a form of MS and it just hasn't been defined yet. And there were some doctors who were working on a study to prove that. But it was like a long time ago I read the study and I haven't seen any updates and I can't find like updates on this study. Because they're finding that everyone with fibro who goes in for a brain scan, we all have some lesions. We just don't have the proper ones for the progressive MS or shit, what's the 2 names of it again? It's progressive MS or the other MS. I can't remember the other name of it. I personally think fibro, I think it's a version of MS. I had an MS attack as well, and it shares a lot of the same symptoms. Like, I do think it is a form of MS. I think it's an autoimmune disorder, and I think it's a form of MS, which there are some studies recently that are saying that it's an autoimmune disorder. I have COPD and I struggle to breathe at times, which I would consider pretty serious. But to get to see a respiratory specialist, got to wait 13 months for consultation. Healthcare screwed ever. Yeah, I mean, here in Canada, you're going to wait that long too because we don't have doctors and nurses. It's just bad. So, blunt reality about the 4 years thing. Yeah, you guys are in a weird, like what's going on in the States is unprecedented. It's odd. You know, it's not really normal. And hopefully it passes in 4 years. I know it's insane. The thing is, like, you could probably travel to Mexico and get some better treatment, to be honest. You know, I think it's something either MS or similar symptoms and all. It really is very similar. I do think that fibro is a form of MS, but they're just not looking at that. And I do think that they need to look at that. Hey, little Miss Mayhem. Hey, Kat. What are we talking about? We're talking about like MS, chronic illness, dealing with doctors and the healthcare system. And I know the state of healthcare everywhere is kind of a mess, but yeah, it's rough. Hey, Kel, how's it going? Hey, Kat. Oh, Kat. Fuck yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's everywhere's just a little bit rough right now. It's just weird. We're in a weird spot. Like Canada is just like we don't have doctors and nurses and a bunch of doctors. So like what ends up happening in Canada is like the doctors train here and then they go into the States to make more money because you get paid more in the States, right? And a lot of people are saying, well, we should offer free schooling for doctors. Like we should pay the tuition and under the like agreement that if we pay your tuition, you need to stay in Canada and practice for 10 to 15 years. And like people have proposed this and they're still not doing it. And I'm like, that is a perfect solution, right? But now what's happening apparently is that a bunch of our general practitioners quit after COVID because like it burned people out, right? Because in Canada, as a GP, you're still required to do hours in the hospital. And those hours in the hospital, it burned out the doctors. So what the thing is here is that in order to be a doctor, you have to do an X amount of hours as a GP, under a GP, training under a GP as like an intern or whatever, right? Resident. And we don't have enough GPs now to train new doctors. So they can only accept like 20 students into the doctor school, the medical school. They can only accept like 20 a year or something. And the number's been dwindling down. I think it's like 15 or something right now. So like that's the amount of doctors we're pumping out for like our whole province, at least in Ontario. This is the nature of Ontario. I think it's happening everywhere, but I just know I know the intricacies of Ontario. So like we're only getting like 15 new students a year to serve this whole freaking province. And that's the problem right now. And then on top of that, the nurses have all quit. Everyone's quit. Like people don't want to, the nurse, like just the enrollment is way down. People are burnt out from being healthcare workers. I have a fake Helix cool on one side, softer on the other, but I prefer medium to hard. I do prefer hard mattresses. I sleep better on hard mattresses. US has a shortage of medical staff too. The hospital I work at has a lot of traveling doctors. Yeah. Yes, charming. And if the big turd of a bill passes Senate, it's, I don't know, man. You guys are in a really, really rough spot. If Canada paid for me to get my doctorate, I could pack my bags tonight. Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm like, that's what it should be. But I guess like what they're saying is they don't want to pay the tuition because we don't even have enough doctors to train them. So then some people are saying, well, why don't we remove that requirement or something, or lower the hours, like lower the amount of hours that they have to spend under a GP because we don't have enough GPs to train them. But we have specialists in the hospital and they could be trained hospital, right? And GP training just maybe less hours. Yeah, they're not going to be as good GPs like out the gate, but like we got to find a solution. It's just like we actually have a lot of specialists and stuff, but we don't have family doctors. Oh, right now, for some odd reason, there's a shortage of dermatologists. I don't know why, but we have no dermatologists in Ontario right now. It's really bad. Massive shortage in radiologists. You know, we were good, but then recently there's like no one. I was just at the pain doctor today and this lady was saying that she tried to go get her shoulder x-rayed or MRI'd or no. It was x-rayed or CT or something. And apparently there's no shoulder like radiologist that works there anymore. And she has to request it to go to the hospital. Like there's no radiologist that can scan a shoulder at all of our radiologist places because we have special clinics for like blood drawing, imaging, things like that. And you can go to these little clinics, right? But there's no shoulder guy now. So now we have to ask to go to the hospital to get our shoulder done. And that I'm like, wow, that's messed up because we're actually a pretty big city here. And it's like we have to go to the hospital now. It's crazy. Did you block the name of that annoying sounding voice psychic in your chats? I don't know what you mean. I don't know who you mean, Chris. You'll have to remind me. He was talking about debunkers. I thought he was on about Justin from Paranormal Monkey. No, I don't think so. I don't remember what we were talking about, but no, I wasn't talking about him. He's a good guy. Muppet Edwards. Dealt with migraines close to how old you are. Not sure. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you guys my age. After my divorce, all my insurance will be through the government and I lose my home. Yeah, Julie, you're in a really rough spot. Like the States is not, it's not great for taking care of people that are like need help, right? They can't do it on their own. There's some people that are really disabled, you know? Yes, healthcare sucks. I'm in Eastern Europe. And unless you have someone influential in the health system, you got nothing. The waiting list is impossible. Yeah, I don't know what Eastern Europe's like, but you'll get in to see someone here eventually. It's just, it's a long waiting list. It is. Yeah, I mean, Julie, like I don't know, like you have mobility issues. So like, I don't know what the answer is for United States right now. The United States is a mess. The psychic you said sounded like a Muppet. I don't remember. Which psychic is that? I don't remember. If it's a psychic that I looked at, I really don't think they'd be in my chat. I don't think that they're noticing me. US never cares. Yeah, it's tough. Like people just like don't care about people lately. We're in a weird place in the world right now. My veteran friends work at hospitals now. Yeah, there are some veterans I know that go into hospital work. I used the name in a bad joke and it went away. There were no bad words. I don't have anything blocked. I don't know. Send it to me on Instagram what you were trying to say. Unless the bot is doing it. It might be the bot. I don't know. DM me on Instagram what the word was. I don't have any like restrictions in other than like, you know, people I banned from the channel. That's it. Matt Fraser. I don't know why it's blocked. I have no idea why it's blocked. We have a big shortage on urologists and gynecologists have to see women clients. The sleep clinic is struggling too. Yeah, it's tough everywhere for sure. Yeah. The bots have been terrible lately. Yeah, I don't know why it would block Fraser. Fraser? I don't know. I'm typing it in. I don't know why it would be blocked. I have to look through the bots, I guess. What is it, the bot that I have, the stream elements and stuff? Well, I started using the Restream so I could do the multi-stream, which it costs money to do the Facebook one too. So if you send me messages on Instagram, it's easier for me to answer. If you send me messages on Facebook, it makes me log in and log out and log in and log out. And it's like Facebook messages, guys, I'll tell you, I'll get to it whenever the hell I get to it. If you want a response from me sooner, send me a message on Instagram. Facebook is so freaking annoying because it makes me like switch my pages and then I switch this and then it's like, oh, you didn't log in right. And I have to log back in 4 times and I get frustrated with Facebook. It's better if you just send me a message on Instagram. It came up so it was an anomaly. I don't know. I have to look at the bots. Private clinics make a lot of money on this expense. People just find money and go to private. Yeah, that's the problem is they're trying to they've been trying to implement that and it's sort of implemented a little bit in Ontario and they've been trying to do that for a while now. They're like, well, that's the answer to everything is to go private. And it's like, it's not the answer. But unfortunately, yeah, like that, there's a bit of private healthcare happening in Ontario and people like have been fighting it. We do have plenty of dentists. Man, there's always dentists. Dentists are like such a ripoff, and there's always going to be dentists around. Yeah. Terrible joke wasn't worth all that time. Okay. Yeah. Like, I mean, just in general, if you, oh, sorry, I hit my mic. If you guys message me, just message me on Instagram. Like, if I don't respond to Facebook for a while, it's because Facebook is super annoying. Unless you're like on my friends list, then that's fine. It's just if you message the Facebook page, it's so annoying. It like, it logs me in and then it logs me out and then it logs me in and I try to open the messages and then it's like, oh, you're not logged into that page. And then I'm like, okay, log into the page. And it's like, your session timed out. You need to log in again. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with this app? It's so bad. It takes 3 to 6 months for me to get an appointment with my doctor. Corporate medicine sucks. Serious. I was 5 minutes late to check in after standing in line for 15 minutes. They refused to see me. The refuse to see you is dumb. Yeah, no, they wouldn't do that here. But 3 to 6 months, yeah, that's how it is here. Yeah, yeah. I now have a car. While I was with my estranged husband, it wasn't allowed to have a car. Yeah, that's fucked up. Having a car though was helpful. But yeah, I mean, we are in a weird place right now because I don't know what that bill passing. It's going to be a mess. Yeah. Gotta follow you there. I'm a relative newbie. Yeah, it's just if you want to send me like private messages, I'm posting stuff on Facebook and whatever because I know there's like an audience there. But just trying to open up Messenger, like, and then if I open up Messenger on my desktop, it opens up this like business thing, and then it's like it puts all my messages from like all the different platforms there, and I'm like, oh my god, and then I have to go searching. I don't know why Facebook has redesigned this way, but it's super annoying doing messages on a page now. I hate it. I really do. It's because they have that separate Messenger app. That's what's fucking with it. To use my chart, schedule everything through my chart. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's like some apps in the US. I don't think it'll pass the bill. Oh, guys, I think it's gonna pass. Oh, things are fucked up. Things are fucked up. I seen like this one video. It's funny because on TikTok and stuff, I noticed all us Canadians are putting a Canadian flag in our profile right now. Just like it's happening all on other social media. I've noticed this. So I'm like, I put a Canadian flag in my profile there too. But this guy was like, he's Canadian. He did a video on TikTok and I find it really like moving. And he was like, all we can do is just like try to be here for our neighbors. We can be mad at them. Don't be mad at the people, be mad at like whatever, because we're fighting Canada and America. And then he was like, we need to just be here. So when things finally, whatever, and then people need help rebuilding, that's what we should be doing is like, wait until like kind of things settle. And we need to just like plan to be there for, our neighbors. Cause Canada and the US have always been super close. And now it's like a friggin' disaster. I have a little car after 10 years without one. Yeah. My car's about to die. I'm going to be without a car now. Sounds scarier than a ghost. Yeah. Yeah. US bill. Cause it is going to affect healthcare. It's rough. Yeah. Like I'm going to put out the vlog anyways, and let you guys know what treatments I do. But if that bill passes, I don't know what's going to be involved if you guys get a doctor. But if you have like fibro and stuff, the nerve blockers with the Kane family, they do help. And they're not super they're not permanent. They don't do damage to your organs. There's really like no risk really on it. So like, it's not the other stuff. And I found like when talking to the US, like fibro people, it's like they start you guys on the more extreme thing first, which I don't understand. This is the not extreme thing. And like, they just skip right past it. And it's so weird. So yeah. But that's what I figured I would do for a vlog, is just kind of show you guys what I do for my treatments and stuff. Sorry. Because maybe it'll help someone, maybe it won't. I don't know. But I just thought I would put that up there anyway. And yeah, it took me a long time to find these doctors and to start getting help. I fought really hard for a long time. So, which is why I'm like, I'm not moving because my doctor. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen there. It's like, it's craziness right now. But it makes it tougher. And then even like the whole like war on whatever, the Fent or whatever, like that whole thing like is messed up with pain patient treatment too. So yeah. Yeah, like I don't know all the details of that bill, but I just heard like it's gonna be bad for people who like need help, you know? So I don't really know that it's gonna benefit anyone unless they're super rich, because that seems to be kind of what's going on. I don't know. I don't know all the details of it, but it sounded bad. So I hope it doesn't pass, but like the States is in a weird place right now. Normally there's like pushback on either side, and that's just like not happening. So it's weird for sure. Um, but yeah, all we can do is try to wait it out, and Canada be here for our like neighbors when we can finally go in and help, you know? Um, what I don't like is how mean it is, hurts people that need help. Yeah, I don't understand why people are so mean to everyone right now, but I mean, I called it like I was having drinks with my neighbor, and her boyfriend, I've known him since I was like 14. Which is it's funny that my neighbor started dating him. I was like, what are you doing here? Anyway, um but that's what our conversation turned into, right? And he was all like, down with social programs. And I was like, would you like ignore someone dying in a ditch in front of you? Like, why are you so mean to people, right? And when I like framed it like that, when I was like, why are you mean to people who need help? Like, I was like pretty much saying, like, you just are telling people that they should die. And that's what I was saying to him. And that like changed his attitude. Like, it actually like got through to him that it was ridiculous what he was saying. I was surprised. Like, I'm like, oh, is that what we have to, that's how we have to speak right now. So it's so insane. Yeah. Um, there's people that don't like the bill, but yeah. Yeah. People can't agree to disagree. Everyone has to be right. Yeah, we have to have middle ground. I think we like somewhere along the line we've lost this middle ground that we kind of used to have. It's weird. I'm gonna lose my house, might as well sell it. I moved to the Pacific Northwest, buy a little van or RV. Yeah, I mean, I lived in a trailer before and it was like much simpler living. But now they shut down all the trailer parks in Canada. But now our new prime minister's like, hey, why did we shut down all the trailer parks? And now he's like putting in all these like plans to encourage modular homes and like rented land and stuff again, which is like, it was cheap living. It was affordable and everyone had a roof over their head and like it was super affordable. But then they put all these like laws and bylaws in to shut them all down. So now our current prime minister, which I like, now he's like, we need to bring it back. And I'm like, dude, I totally agree. Cause like I would move to a trailer in a heartbeat again. Like I would just 100%. It was like, it was small, easy to clean. Like it wasn't like a trailer that you moved around. It was sort of like a modular. So it was like two pieces that kind of stuck together, but it was like small. It was like, I think it was like 1,000 square feet or 1,500 square feet. I don't know. It was whatever. Easy to clean. Very small yard. You had like a little yard you could sit outside, but small enough that it wasn't horrible to cut the grass. Like manageable. The rent of the land was very cheap. So like, if you lost your job or something, you could still afford your rent. Like it was, I enjoyed it. It was much less stress living there. So trouble with Facebook is you can get blocked for the silliest comment without being rude or derogatory. Yeah, Facebook's weird right now. All the social platforms are kind of like adjusting for the new norm too. Um, yeah, rural areas, yeah. Trying to live in a little car, I can't stretch out it. Yeah, like an RV or something would be ideal. Something that's like actually like a little home, right? What Americans call a double wide. Yeah, I was living in a double wide. He's trying to encourage modular homes, which are actually like little, they're not even really trailers. They're like little bungalows that come in like four pieces and then you stick them together like Lego. Those are the modular homes. They're very nice places. They're very nice homes, but they're like a trailer. They're set up like a trailer with your amenities and you like rent land or something. Like it's a whole thing. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just nicer looking. So it's like, it goes like trailer well, I mean, I guess you could say like RV, then trailer, which is like the one that you tow, that whereas the RV is like the car is built in, right? Then double wide, and then the modular homes. That's like quality. I'm kind of going up in like fanciness inside the trailer parks, right? Because like I lived in the trailer park, I loved it, and then I even bought a trailer north of here to go camping, and we would live in that trailer. It was a cottage essentially. We would live there for the summer, and we would just drive in from up north to work, and I loved it. I honestly, it was nice living. It was cheap and comfortable. So yeah, I liked it. Thinking about starting a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river. Yeah, it's the thing. Like living like on the go is a little bit tough. I'd rather have like a trailer park again, and like I need internet and stuff too, especially for work stuff. So yeah, low key thought about getting an RV and having a traveling home to go see people and places. Yeah, like if you just like don't need to worry about certain amenities, you could just be on the go the entire time. So. If you do move over here, be close to Seattle, then specialists, rural area, suffer medical wise. It's like that in Canada too. Yeah. Modulars are cool. They are pretty cool. Yeah. And some of them look amazing. Like they're very nice houses. How much does it rain in Canada? Um, think about the weather in New York. Well, it depends what province you're in. I mean, Ontario has like New York weather, just more intense snow, right? And cold. Um, BC has very similar weather to like Northern California and stuff. Like I'm like we're butt up against the province or the states. Just look at whatever state is butt up against that province, and just we have the same weather. It just gets more cold during the winter because we're more north. Just look at it like that, right? I would say our rainiest places as well. Vancouver Island that faces out into the ocean, not faces inland, but out into the ocean. It rains all the time there. It's like rainforest. And like Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, they get like the hurricane weather. It rains a bunch there, just only a certain time of the year because they get the hurricane weather. So, um, let me go back and look here. Hold on, I lost track of the chat. I'd love to live in NW. Yeah, C is a nightmare. I don't know all the state names, all the short names, because the floors have a short life. I don't know what floors, tiny homes. Yeah, I would stay in a tiny home as long as I have internet. Like I'm fine. I would be fine. Summer cottage core. I'm so down. Yeah, that's what I did. I would buy a trailer for the cottage and stay there for the summer. It was cheap and like you got away from the city. You got like a change of scenery, right? It was nice. It was cheap too. So the stigma around trailers in America. There's a stigma around trailers here too, but like I lived in one and I can tell like I know people have that stigma, but it's very affordable living and we're all in a housing crisis. The whole friggin' world is in a housing crisis. And going back to tiny homes and trailers and stuff, that would help a lot. It does. I just bought a new to me Ford Edge, has amazing lumbar support and my back is so happy. Nice. I caught the Farley reference, Ken. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I missed it. Oh, hey, Kristen. A Kristen sighting. Yes. The thing is, I have to have a permanent address to get benefits. Yeah, I mean, I take a look and see if you can like rent a box or something. See if that would help. Like if that's an option, or if you have family that you can use their address or something like that. The thing is, like here, what I'm saying is, I think they should bring back trailer parks. That's what the prime minister is encouraging. Is like, or encouraging, and he's trying to set up bills for. Is like that's your permanent home. Like it doesn't move, right? But you rent the land and it's set up like a trailer. So, and it's modular homes. So they're like really cheap and easy to build. Yeah. Get a huge one, kind of 2-3 split costs. Yeah. I lived in one of most people I know that did. Myself need to replace the floors. Um, like the trailers and the modulars and the double wides, they're not meant to last as long as a house, you know? So like they have a shelf life. So you either repair them as you go or you plan to get a new one, right? But they're way cheaper than an actual house, like extremely cheaper, right? So the trailer that I was in, it was built in like 75 or something. And we had the roof go out. So we had to redo the roof. The floors were fine, but we had some plumbing things go on. But that was mainly because in Canada, you have to install pipe warmers on trailers if you live in a trailer. You have to install electric ones because otherwise your pipes will freeze in the winter. And we had our electric pipe warmers go out a bunch of times. So that happened quite a bit. And then the only other issues that we really had was like electricity because it was old. It was older, like wiring and stuff. So we just had like, you couldn't run the coffee maker at the same time as like making toast or something. It was just stuff like that. So, but mainly the floors weren't too bad. What actually kind of fell apart is the roof fell apart. And then, like I said, we had plumbing issues because you've got to handle trailers a bit differently in Canada for plumbing. So, Marie, the whole world's a mess. Yeah, the whole world's struggling. Like people act like it's only happening in one country or one place. Like it's like some of the stuff, the rhetoric I'm hearing like out west, and I'm just like, the whole world is experiencing this. Like you're not the only ones experiencing this, and you're trying to blame it on someone else, but it's like the whole friggin' world is experiencing this right now, guys. Like, everyone has main character syndrome right now. I love trailers. The trailer parks around me have lots of rents that way surpass mortgages. Yeah, I liked living in a trailer, and it was very very cheap. Modular neighborhood is better term than a trailer park. Yeah, yeah. Do I fear death? Says Thomas. No, no. Don't you find trailer parks attract a lot of undesirables or a breeding ground for antisocial behavior? No, no. Like trailer parks have like a really good community aspect, and like there's less crime in a trailer park because like we're all on small lots and we're like butt up against each other, and like there's a bug. There's like nosy neighbors, just like everywhere else. So like if anyone does get into some crap, like the police get called. Like it's more of a community. It really is like community living. Um, it functions a lot like it's sort of like an HOA, but like unofficial. So no, like I found there was more crime when we moved out of the trailer park and bought our first home. The police were called down to all these houses that were on our street. There was a police car outside like every 2 days. And when I lived in the trailer park, we saw a police car around like maybe once a month or once every 3 months. Like we were surprised once we bought a house and moved out of the trailer. We're like, why is there constantly police being called? There was never that in the trailer park. It was nice people. So yeah, gotta watch out. Can be additional fees, at least here in the US. Yeah, you gotta make sure that you're getting into a good place. Yeah. And same issues you have in brick and mortar home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's about who owns the land and the management of the park too. That does make a big difference. Yeah. My boyfriend's parents' double wide was amazing. Actually, better storage than in their home they purchased. Yeah, like people buy like shotgun houses. Those things are way smaller than a double wide. Like, you know what I mean? So, some parks are very nice. Yeah, no, some are really nice. Yeah, it is. It's all about the management, right? It's kind of the same as like if you were in a condo building. It's the same idea. So. The trailers here are like over 100K, and then on top of your mortgage, you're paying 500 and 900 lot rents per month. Yeah, trailers here are like cheaper than that. Like if you're paying 100K, you're getting a nice place. If it's a trailer, it's gonna be like a double wide or a modular, at least a starter modular, for 100K. But if you just go in with like a trailer, just the one that you like, um, put on the back of a truck or whatever, you can get those for cheap, and you can get a double wide for cheap. Like if you spend 100K on a double wide, that's going to be like a really nice double wide, probably like pop out built in, things like that. Essentially a modular. I've been in gated trailer parks. They're very much a community. Yeah, gated trailer parks, we still have a couple of them left, and they are fancy. Like gated trailer parks around here are super fancy. Like, and like very strict. The cops are never called to them at all. So, one of the apartments I lived in with my mom had a drug dealer. Yeah, there's more crime in the apartment buildings around here than I ever seen in any of the trailer parks. Like, because I lived in trailer parks. I bought places like cottages for trailer parks. I knew people that lived in gated trailer parks that we would go visit. Like, it was nice. There wasn't any crime really. There were like a couple like you know, dealers or whatever here and there, but they just kind of kept low key and they weren't like big time, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Feel bad for millennials and Zoomers not being able to afford a house. Yeah, I mean, no one can afford a house anymore. I thought I was already following you on Insta. I am now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you want to DM me something, Insta is going to be the better one. Facebook is so annoying. I always see police cars in my neighborhood because there's half a dozen or so that live around here. Oh, because the police live around you. Yeah. 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 Police in Canada get paid stupid, crazy high amounts of money. So if you're a police officer, you're in like a nice house in like the super rich part of like, actually, you're probably living outside of the city that you're working in, and you're gonna be in a really nice fucking house because the police officers here in Canada, they get paid crazy amounts of money. Same with the teachers. Teachers here in Canada get paid stupid amounts of money. Police here get paid stupid amounts of money. I don't agree with how much money that they pay police officers and how much money that they put into the budget. Like in my city, they rewrap their cars, they redesign them and rewrap them every 6 months. And I'm like, this is a waste of taxpayer money. Like, put our money towards like social programs, not making the cars look different every 6 months. I hate the police here. Like, the police here in my city, there's always at least one or two who's up on charges and going to trial every month. Like, the police in my city are really, really bad. And the amount of our tax money that goes to them, I fucking hate it. There's like the OPP. I have police in my family and they work for the OPP. The OPP, I find are a little bit better. Like, they tend to be a little bit more realistic and, there's more checks and balances because they're the Ontario police, which is like the whole province. Whereas like in the cities, there's less checks and balances. Toronto police are surprisingly really chill. They're cool. I like them. They've always been like really chill about things because they deal with bigger problems than you not putting a turn signal on or some bullshit, right? So yeah. My boyfriend and I bought a house together. Also, we never found our home. Yeah, like I would like, because I had two homes with my ex, but when I left him, I'm like, I didn't want to like fight for anything in court because him and his family have money and it was an, you know, abusive relationship and I just wanted to be done with it. My Instagram handle, it's linked on my thing. What is it? Is it like Florio underscore or something? I think I had to throw an underscore in it. Let me see. Yeah, it's Florio underscore, just one underscore. Yeah, yeah. Don't get me started on the Mounties. Yeah, I've heard like good and bad about the Mounties. I don't know. They're kind of, I don't really understand the status of them right now. People seem like really mad at them. 6 months. I don't know what the 6 months was. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, all bedtime. Yeah, no worries, Kiwi. Have a good night. Should Mounties go back to horses? Well, Mounties at one point were like our FBI. Like, they're the ones that investigate like corruption and stuff. People are really mad at them over the last like 5 years, 10 years. I don't know what's gone on because they're more out west than here. So I'm not sure the details because I don't live out west. I tried to pay attention. I was going to join the Mounties at one point. But then like just shit kind of hit the fan with me being sick and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, like I've been hearing a ton of criticism about them over the last 5-10 years. I don't really know the details of what they've done, but at one point, like they were like our FBI, and then CSIS is like our CIA kind of deal, right? So, our cops are corrupt too. Yeah, it's like it depends where you're living. I've noticed if you're living in like a more like conservative kind of city, they tend to be more corrupt, and that is what I'm living in. So yeah. I always thought I'd like to be a mounted police officer. I only wanted to join the RCMP because I was so I always wanted to work for CSIS, which is like the Secret Service for Canada, right? But I ended up going to college and I got a degree in cyberspace security and I wanted to work in cybercrime. But at the time when I graduated, you couldn't just do that as a police officer, like as an OPB. You had to become a police officer first to work in it. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend years on the beat. I know the system. I'm not going to spend years on the beat just to work up to that. I'm going to lose all my knowledge and skills. So then I was like, I can't join CSIS because to get into CSIS, you have to have, I think, a master's. So that's university. And I'm like, I couldn't afford university, which is why I didn't go. Because I was originally going to do criminology and then go work at CSIS. That was my plan. But then I got the bill for what my first semester was going to be with the dorms too. And I was like, I literally can't afford to go. So then I just I dropped out of going. I was planning to go and then I'm like, no, I ended up canceling everything. I lost like down payments and stuff, but I was like, there's no way I can afford this. So I did college. So my plan was I was going to do RCMP and then because they have a cybercrime division and that's what I was going to work towards. But then I got like with the fibro and the MS and stuff happened. And I'm like, I won't pass the medical for RCMP. The RCMP training used to be hardcore. I don't know if it is anymore. So, but yeah, that's what I was planning to do. But yeah, there's always some corruption. That's thing. It's like a sort of club, right? And it's like if they don't stick up for one another, then they get shunned. My uncle works for the OPP and he hated that stuff. He was like, he would bust like dirty cops and stuff and everyone hated him, which is why he ended up working undercover because he would be long stints undercover. And anytime he found corruption in the police force, he would report it and they hated him and he like paid prices for doing that. But he was a good cop. Like my uncle was actually like on the up and up and he had to deal with the bullshit that came with telling on your own, right? So word of mouth, he's like U.S. federal marshal. Well, the RCMP, I don't know, like over the last 5-10 years has been weird. But they used to act as the FBI, but more like if there was like a corrupt prime minister or premier, which would be like what, a senator or governor, I think. Premier is like a governor. Or if there was a corrupt governor, if there was a corrupt premier, if there was a corrupt police force, the RCMP would go in to investigate it and they would do a federal investigation, right? So they acted as like the FBI sort of. That's the best comparison that you could do, because they did federal crime like across the country and they would investigate like big cases and embezzlements and like, you know, whatever, corruption, things like that. Then CSIS is actually kind of more like a little bit more like Homeland Security, but you could say kind of the CIA because I think the CIA's job was designed to protect the president or something, right? We don't have that here. CSIS acts more as like it's Canadian Secret Service. They kind of act a little bit like Homeland Security in the U.S. They do a lot of like security analysis, monitoring, different things like that. There's a bunch of stuff they do. Yeah. I wanted to be FBI special agent, work in crimes against children department. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the crimes against children, but cybercrime. That's what I wanted to do when I left school. But it was like, yeah, I didn't have the university degree because I couldn't afford it. And then at the time, the RCMP training was crazy hard. Like you had to do like this crazy pepper spray training. You had to do like all these different things. And when I graduated, that's when I had my first MS attack. And then the fibro was getting really bad. And this was just like, I just had that car accident too. So like, and it was just like, no, like I wouldn't be able to handle the training. I wouldn't pass the training. The training's really rough. Like even our army military, and I used to work for, I was a civilian working in the military. Our infantry, they get the same training as like I think the US like Marines or Special Corps or something. Like we do crazy training because we have less people. So we have less numbers. So we go when they train us for stuff like this, it's like insane training and it's rough. It's hard to do. It's very hard to do. Having a hard time finding on Instagram. It's Fleureo, FLEUREO _ It's just one underscore at Fleureo. It's also linked in all the details of my videos and on my page and stuff too. Simpler way of life, living in a motorhome. Yeah, it was a much simpler way of living. The two chicks I competed with for the FIDM scholarship, they never used it. I don't know what that scholarship is, Luna. The other gal from another school district got, oh, geez, unalived in San Francisco. Oh, wow. So many awesome movies are filmed in Canada. Yeah, we have a lot of film stuff happening in Canada, but somebody wants to stop that and shut down all filming in other countries and have it filmed in their home country. There's a reason it's filmed in Canada. Like there's many reasons. It's so a certain somebody doesn't understand the nuance of different businesses, you know. CIAs are international spies. Yeah, CSIS are international spies, but like CIA technically is supposed to be like protecting the president, but we don't really have that. I thought the CIA was protecting the president and the FBI was domestic stuff. Is it the other way around? People saw her moving into apartment. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's horrible. I swear we're the same person. Why are we so similar? KK. I know, right? Such a weird statement of context. I want to do the Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean it like that. I wanted to fight the crimes against children, not Chris. I know that sounded weird. It wasn't that. I wanted to help the children. Yeah. Yeah, you would help with the housing crisis in the UK. Yeah. We're the neurodivergent collective. That's true. Yeah. My mother-in-law got wrapped up in the psychic fair group too. Yeah, I've been there. I did do that. I'll check later. Jesus Christ, yeah, the criminal. Yeah, the orange. Yeah. I can't picture Flurry holding up a school bus for candy. Yeah. Yeah, I realize now. Yeah, that sounds bad, but no, it was. Yeah, I wanted to help the kids because it's weird. Like the best way to explain it is I thought that I could handle it for longer. Like I thought that I could be helped because I was like, I think I can stay in it longer than other people can, right? Because I'm really good at like disassociating. And the problem with those divisions is the people get like mentally they have breakdowns and they burn out and then they have like, so they're always having trouble like staffing people to help the children, right? Because it's very traumatic stuff, right? But I'm really good at dissociating. So I was like, and I was really good at it. Like when I was younger, I was probably like I was probably an ADHD thing because I was unmedicated, right? But it was like when I got older, I lost that like, I still have the dissociating bit, but like I lost that like ability to really cut off. And I think it was because I was living with a narcissist and he like fucked me up. So I definitely am a different person after living with a narcissist for 15 years. Secret Service protect the president. Oh, Secret Service. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, you're right, charming girl. So yeah, CSIS in Canada is like CIA. It's like it's like the spy agency. Yeah. Fashion Institute, Design and Merchandising. Oh, okay. I got it. Florio, yeah. In a flare up, the candy is essential. Oh God, that kills me, right? It's like we don't really eat very much, and like most of the time not hungry, and then you have a flare, or like you're in pain, or you're like whatever, and just the sugar helps with pain a lot. And it's like, no, I gotta stop eating the sugar. But when you're in pain at the moment, you're like, I don't give a crap, and then you just reach for the sugar. It's so rough. Secret Service protects the president and cracks down on counterfeiters. Weird combo. Oh, interesting. Keep candy on hand for sugar. Yeah, the sugar helps with pain, man. Yeah. CIA is not supposed to do anything on American land. FBI is federal interstate police. Homeland Security is a mystery group. CSIS is like a mixture of CIA and Homeland Security. They do stuff on Canadian lands. Yeah, like we don't have the certain specific restrictions like what you guys have, but the RCMP was always like our FBI, but now it's like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't think they do anything. I don't think we have an FBI anymore. So like even there's calls for like the RCMP to investigate like Alberta, like what's going on out there. And it's just like, there's no RCMP. They dismantle it. So like Alberta dismantled it. So like, things are going on unchecked. It's not great. Hey, Midnight Vamp over on Twitch. Hello. I'm streaming on YouTube as well, Midnight Vamp. If anyone on Twitch is wondering, I'm talking to the people on YouTube. There's a bunch of people on YouTube. Two narcissists here, but the last one was the worst. Yeah, and we tend to fall back into it again. It's like, well, it is. It's like you accidentally keep falling for the same type, and because there's like a psychological explanation for it. I don't know the terms, but there is actually a psychological explanation for it. Chris, my mom is third shift LPN, has worked in nursing home for 30 plus years. Now she works at Down syndrome resident. She's my hero. She lasted that long. Yeah. Like it's tough. Like in Canada right now, nurses are not going that long. Like people can't handle healthcare. It's too hard. And like a lot of people quit after COVID, not because like of the patients or whatever, but a lot of people quit. It was a combination of seeing so many people sick and dying, even though they changed the numbers. It's a whole thing. But like a lot of it too, a lot of people quit because somewhere along the line, well, the convoys, it made people turn against doctors and nurses, and people were blaming doctors and nurses for the pandemic when they had nothing to do with it. And they were being like attacked and stuff. So they ended up just quitting. I don't blame them. Like they dedicate their whole life to helping people who then just turn around and attack them. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm cross-platforming. Yeah, I'm on my Twitch. I'm streaming my Twitch too. And then like the plan is, I think, to like stream on Facebook. And does Instagram do streaming? I don't know. People are saying, oh, stream on multiple platforms. You know, it's a better way to do things. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it. Whatever. I don't know. Like, does Instagram have streaming? I don't know if I would stream on TikTok, to be honest. I'm not sure. TikTok, like, I've always not really been that interested to do TikTok because Canada has it blocked. Like, we can't make money at all on TikTok. We can't make money on whatever. There's no creator fund because, like, the government has blocked it. And we literally can't make money off of any gifts or anything during live streams. Like, we literally can't accept any money from TikTok because of China, because our government's like, no, China's evil and whatever. We'll let the app exist, but we're not going to let you make money off of it. It's so weird. So I've just been like not really interested in TikTok because it seems like a huge grind for like no reason. So, but you know, what I'm doing right now is I just, whatever I post, if it's a video thing, I'll post on TikTok too, just to kind of like, I don't know, grow the channel. People don't leave TikTok to go to YouTube though. Just like a lot of people don't leave YouTube to go to other platforms too. So, I can often get people on Facebook or Instagram, like one or the other, but most of the time it's like people stick within YouTube. When my mom passed over 20 years ago, I paid a psychic. She said my mom was with my childhood dog, Lucy. Rob Clown Music Box, astonished again. But again, psychics now. Yeah, the thing is they get stuff out of you and you don't realize that you've given them stuff. It does happen a lot. Yeah. I only did almost also like Music Box thing. Literally, like there's a big, my Tyler Henry video, one of my Tyler Henry videos on TikTok took off for whatever reason. And there's like a ton of comments in there of people saying the psychic told me about a music box. That it's a common thing. It's like a guess, and a lot of people hit on it for whatever reason. A music box is a hit. So it does happen. I only did almost 20 years becoming disabled. Why I stopped. Yeah, it's rough when you deal with the health issues. Goes show how one-sided people see the world, like how differently people who worked in the service industry people treat people working in the industry. Yeah. Instagram does lives. Yeah, I've never seen them. I don't know. Like I'll try it and see if anything works or good or anything. So does multi-platforming count Facebook views as YouTube views? No, like each platform is within its own platform. Yeah, Instagram has streaming. Okay. No, it's not about splitting my numbers. It's about hitting up people on other platforms because people have their favorite platform and they don't like to leave it, right? So like it's about reaching out to other platforms, you know? I stopped teaching kids because the kids were getting more violent. Less support for admin. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I didn't like TikTok. Yeah, I'm not really sure that I want to stream on TikTok. It seems like it's like, sorry, the fluff. when I watch a TikTok stream, it like it reminds me of like an auction or something. Like they're like, yeah, yeah, and they keep like screaming about gifts, and it's so weird, and just it feels really like it's really weird. I don't really like the energy of TikTok streams, so like I really don't think I would do a TikTok stream. Maybe like a Q&A or something if it came to it, but like I don't know. I'll try Instagram though and Facebook. I think this is the only I'm not doing fucking X. Fuck that. No. I'm not going to stream on that garbage platform. Your music box breakdown was phenomenal. Oh yeah, the paranormal one. Yeah. Yeah, I have actually an add-on to that because Kenny sent me some stuff and I just recorded it today. So I'll post that actually this week. One of the reasons I dropped out of college and become a teacher. Yeah, teachers are treated really rough too in the States. In Canada, they're not, but in the States, they are. Yeah. Went from wanting to become a detective to teaching ADHD. That does happen with ADHD. Yeah. Like, well, for the longest time, I wanted to be an archaeologist. I loved ancient Egypt. And it was up until I was like 15, I think. I was planning to become an archaeologist. But then I had like a meeting with the social person. What the fuck are they called? Whatever. They're that person at school that helps you like plan your life after. I can't remember what it's called. So I met with them and then they explained to me how archaeologists get paid. Essentially, you have to work your ass off to get a grant. So someone will pay you to go dig up stuff. Like you can't just work at a museum. You have to actually apply for grants constantly. And the whole like industry is flooded. Right. And then ancient Egypt, they aren't letting you dig up stuff anymore. If you're from another country, it's like a whole political thing. And so I ended up dropping the archaeology. And then I was looking at psychology and then I was like, I don't think I can listen to people's problems all day. I just enjoy the science of it. And then that kind of brought me onto criminology, and then that was the plan. But yeah, my brain is dysfunctional. You mentioned the music box. I was going to tell you about this awesome video on music box I saw. I couldn't remember who did it. It was you. Yeah. Counselor. That's the word. Yeah. Guidance counselor. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, I didn't understand how archaeologists get paid and how they make money. And I didn't really, at the time, I wasn't really paying attention. You're really like insulated, right? As a teenager, you're just like, you kind of exist in your own world. Like you're only like looking at like, I was paying attention to politics and stuff, but it was kind of like Canada and some of the US because we always get affected by the US, but I didn't realize how like volatile the rest of the world was. The places that I wanted to dig up like and do archaeology in are very unsafe. They won't even let me do it because I'm not from the country, but it's also very unsafe for a woman. So when I sat down and talked with the guidance counselor, I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. I've masters in it. It's worthless. Yeah. You don't get paid unless you have a PhD in tenure. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I didn't want to be a teacher. I wanted to like go and dig stuff up, but then it's like, they were like, yeah, you're going to apply for grants. You're going to have to get your own paycheck. Essentially, you're going to be your own boss. And then on top of that, you're going to have to somehow convince these countries to let you in there and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, this seems like a really difficult job to like get a chance to dig stuff up. Right. And then it's like, I would have loved to be like a artifact restorer or something, but I don't have a steady hand. I used to take art class a lot because my whole family is artists and they're like push it on me. I'm not that good at art, but I don't have a steady enough hand to be an art restorer. But that would have been fun too, like just working in a museum too. But yeah, I'm an ethnomusicologist. I have no idea what that is. Arcs don't get paid unless you have a PhD. Oh yeah, I already said that. I wanted to be an animator when I was a kid. I saw a documentary about what they went through. The rest is history. At one point, I did look into Jim Henson. Yeah, and animation now, they just outsource it all to like, what is it, Japan, I think? They get it cheap over there and they just outsource it. Same one of my degrees is in psychology. Yeah, in psychology, it's like, when I thought about it, I'm like, I don't think I can listen to people's problems all day. Like, it would depress me. It would make me depressed. So then I kind of veered more into criminology. But then like last minute, right at my very last semester, I got really into neuroscience, but it was too late at that point because I had no sciences. So did do a few digs in Italy and elsewhere, but nothing major. Yeah, it's like it's grants and private funding, and it's tough. And the thing is, like, I love Egypt, like I really do. And if I can't like dig there, like my whole career, I'm going to be like frustrated. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Is like if I become an archaeologist and I'm never able to do a dig or anything in Egypt, I'm going to hate it. Like I love ancient Egypt so much. So yeah. Um, Shame Cal's modernized now too. Yeah, it's cool for a stalker. Yeah, it's cool that you got to do some digs. Yeah. It's not as glam as Indiana Jones makes it seem. No, and I wasn't after that. I just really enjoy discovery, I guess. Like I find it really fascinating. Like, and the Rosetta Stone is very fascinating to me. And I just find ancient Egypt very fascinating. I know too much about it, a lot. Since I was very, very young, I've been obsessed with it, and I know a lot about ancient Egypt. It was fun. Like at one point, I was actually teaching myself Arabic because I wanted to learn how to read Aramaic and stuff. And I was planning to do like Egypt, and I wanted to do some Middle Eastern digs, but I didn't really understand the political side of it, especially me being a woman to go over there. So I was like, nah, no. Library I worked at had someone for restoring things. It's really a lost art. It is, yeah, and I just don't have a steady hand for it, but that would have been fun to do. Yeah, Chris, I'm a practical effects purist. I hate seeing computer work in films. Yeah, that's what it all is now. Love neuroscience. I do. Neuroscience is fascinating, but like I had no sciences at all because I was really bad at math. And so nowadays there's like a name for it because I read numbers backwards. I am dyslexic only with numbers, and there's actually a name for it. It's like a disorder. But when I was in school, they were like, that's not a thing. And they dismissed me. And I'm like, the only thing I was good at was algebra because there was letters in it. Once there was letters in there, I did well. But if it was pure numbers, I kept failing math over and over again. So I had like no sciences because I gave up on science. Like I did the minimum and that was it because I was really bad at math. I'm not even in the field of my college degree, but I have massive student loans to show off. Yeah, and that tends to happen like university. It happens with university here. If you go to college here, college is kind of like technical school. And if you go to college here, you will get a good paying job. You're good. You're fine. And you paid like probably 30% tuition, like compared to university, it's very cheap. It's very cheap tuition. And you'll get a really good paying job. But if you go to university here, you're not going to get a job or anything in your field unless you get your PhD. Like you're just not. Maybe with a master's, but everyone I know is working like retail and restaurants who went to university. Like I worked in my field. I went to technical college and I worked in my field and I was making good money. But I just can't work that many hours anymore. Stupid fibro kills me. So, participated in some digs in Egypt, sitting on top of the Great Pyramid, reading ancient tags all the way to ancient Rome. Yeah, I find like I think I was really fascinated with the language, and I really wanted to focus some more on that and helping, because we still don't understand ancient Egyptian, right? We only know part of it, and we're making guesses based on the Rosetta Stone because a chunk of it's missing. We still don't have a proper translation for ancient Egypt, and I found that fascinating, and I really kind of wanted to like get into that a bit. And then I also really wanted to go into like the Mesopotamia area and like look at the ancient Mesopotamia deities and religions and see if I could like do some digging there and learn some more about that too. But again, that's an area that's not great for women to go to. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just kind of gave up on it. Now I just read about it and I watch shows and stuff. But, yeah, I still enjoy it. Like, it's still a passion, but it's just something I don't want to work in because of the other things. I grew up with parents who wouldn't buy art. I grew up with my mom who like pushed art supplies on me, but then I would take apart like things. Like I'm more of I am more of a scientific brain, but I'm just really bad. I have that learning disability with math, not learning disability. I don't know what you call it. Dyslexic with numbers. Yeah. Fibro sucks so much. Yeah. Yeah. What are everyone's hobbies? I don't really have time for hobbies anymore. Like, I mean, my hobbies used to be like hiking, urban exploration, paranormal investigation. Um, I used to like photography and videography and stuff. Like, those were hobbies, which have kind of transformed into YouTube nowadays. But yeah, I don't really have any hobbies now because I'm too tired from everything. I just don't have time for it. I like still watch all that like history stuff and I read and everything. Like, not really read, but you know what I mean? I read articles and stuff on the history stuff. So we still don't know what ancient Greek sounds like either. Yeah, like I think that if I went to archaeology, I probably would have concentrated on linguistics because I find the language part very fascinating that we still don't really understand everything written everywhere. And that's what I found fascinating and that's what I kind of wanted to concentrate on. I've always had crafts, able to do things, construction. Yeah, I used to take apart like radios and tinker with stuff. And that's why like I ended up going to school for computers. So it kind of made sense. The reason I went to school for computers is because I'm like, I could do it really easily. Like you could just put a computer in front of me and you don't have to give me any direction. I just know how to use everything. If you give me any sort of tech or software, I'll just figure it out. Like it's not, I don't know. I'm just, for whatever reason, I can just use it. I don't really need to be told anything. So, and it was like, so I was like, it's easy. And I'm like, I think I can handle doing it for 8 hours. And that's sort of how I chose this career. But then like when I went to college, there was a university program for cyberspace security. And it was like this postgraduate, like add-on program to like the college diploma, but it was like a university, like certificate postgraduate thing. So I ended up taking that because I'm like, I would love to work in cybercrime. But it's very difficult to break into. Nowadays, it's easier to break into cybercrime. Now they're taking people who have degrees in it because at the time when I was graduating, they would only hire people who were already police officers or already CSIS agents or already RCMP agents. Like you had to become like one of them to work in the field, whereas now they're hiring civilians for it. So, yeah. The Pearl Art Supply store here became an Aldi. I sure miss. Yeah, here we have Curry's. That's the popular art store. 14 languages. What's 14 languages? Yeah, it's always been so easy for me to figure out how to use computer software programs. Yeah, like I can just use this. I can just figure it out. I don't know. I'm just really good at it. So I was like, sure, I'll just do that for a job. Because at this point, I was working at Walmart, and I'm like, minimum wage sucks, man. I was like, I just need to make more than minimum wage, right? And first I was taking the legal office program. And then I thought, okay, I would take this, work as an office admin for a legal office. And then I was going to do this correspondence course for paralegal on the side while I was working office admin. And then my dream was like, okay, well, maybe one day then I could like become a lawyer from there. It probably would have never happened, but the paralegal thing was going to happen. But I took the legal office course and I was so fucking bored. It was not challenging to the point like I just stopped going. I stopped going to class. I met with the dean and I was like, this is so boring. So then they let me graduate with this 1-year certificate for general office administration. And then I switched to computers because I was like, at least computers like still challenges me and isn't super fucking boring. The legal office admin it was so boring. Like the thing is I love law, but the legal office admin, they had us doing the stupidest shit. Our major project, our final exam project was designing a legal office, like interior decorating. And I was like, I want to learn how to file legal forms. I don't want to learn how to decorate. Like, I was like, this is the stupidest course I've ever taken. Why aren't you teaching me how to do legal paperwork? Because I wanted to do legal paperwork. And that's why I met with the dean. I was like, your program sucks. I want to learn how to do legal paperwork. I don't want to learn how to decorate a stupid office. And then they just let me graduate with the 1 year certificate because my complaint was valid. So, yeah. Library stuff I picked up so easily. Had some people who need a lot of assistance figured out. I did work in the college library for like 2 years. Yeah. I used to run an art therapy group, qualified horticulturist. My grandma was a horticulturist. I remember that. She was really good with plants. I suck with plants. Art therapy is the best. My brother had a banana ball python. I had to rehome when he died. Oh, I don't like reptiles and stuff. It would be tough. Also, I did own like an exotic pet once, and it was a lot of work. And I'm like, never again. Like I just because you gotta be able to give your time to exotic pets, and I'm just like it was so hard to do. So I'm like, I don't want to put a pet through that again. It was so hard. I'm at a point, maybe it's my age. I kind of want to lose the stress of IT and take a pay cut to be less miserable. Yeah, it's a thing. Like, I enjoyed IT, but like, I was doing corporate, which paid really well, but like, I was on call and stuff. It was stressful. And because of my health issues, I would spend 4 hours of like, it was like every other day. Half the day was me going to appointments to do treatments so that I could work 40 hours. So I was 4 hours doing treatments and traveling to do treatments. And then I'd work in the office for 4 hours and then I'd go home and work at home for 4 hours. And they were upset that I was doing that. But I'm like, I need to do the treatments to be able to work 40 hours. And the thing is, like, the treatments weren't covered. They only covered $500 a year, even though I was paying crazy. I was paying for the better plan too. But they only covered $500 a year. So it's like my money was going into these stupid treatments just so I could work 40 hours. And I was putting an extra 4 hours in my day, like 3 times a week to do 40 hours. Like I was like, this is stupid. So I ended up just like leaving IT. I'm like, I'm wasting time and money. And I was in a lot more pain and I was struggling a lot more like with my health, when I was doing that. I work in law firms all my life, admin, right? Boring. Good thing you didn't become paralegal. No, like I wanted to do the paper. Like, I find paperwork fun. I like technical writing and I like legal paperwork, but they weren't teaching me that. That was my, that was my issue. That was my complaint. They weren't teaching me the paperwork and I was going to school to learn the paperwork. They wouldn't allow out my apartment. Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Chris is also used to puzzle nights. Yeah, they get pretty big. Yeah, I wouldn't take one on. They're very sweet and docile, but I was stuck. She's with a family, lost her snake. Yeah, as long as she's with a good family, that's good. Never did a puzzle night, all about assembling a big puzzle. I don't know if I would do a puzzle night. Pets can be a good de-stress for people with complex mental. Yeah, like dogs and cat. Well, honestly, I prefer dogs. This is my mom's cat, or wherever the heck she is. I take care of. I just really don't like the cat litter. I have a lot of trouble like dealing with the litter box. It's like makes me want to like puke constantly. I don't like litter, but I can deal with dogs. And I like dogs, and dogs like unconditionally love you, and like they're really low maintenance compared to an exotic animal. Like, because I did the exotic at one point, and I would not. No. Um, my retired high school teacher comes to the hospital with his emotional therapy dog. Yeah, that's the thing. And the one dog I had, she was from like a like breeder. It was bad. It was bad where she came from, but she like we like sort of rescued her and took her in, and she like loved me and she was so sweet. And then I was teaching her to be a therapy dog because she like could go to like I wanted to take her to like senior homes and stuff, and she was really good around sick people. If you're sick or old or whatever, she'd come up and like give you attention, just like kind of sit quietly and calmly and stuff. And then she wasn't scared of like big loud noises and things. As long as I was around, like she was the best dog. And I did all the training and I got the certificate for like the training portion. And then she still had to do the test or whatever, but I just kind of like got busy with life and I didn't see it through all the way, but she knew all the hand symbols and stuff. Like she was the best dog. And she was so sweet. Um, when my dog was going to take a break for a while. I mean, that's sort of where I'm at is like, I put down my last Shih Tzu last summer. It's like August or something like that. July? KK knows. I think it was like, was it after your cat? Or it was, we were both around the same time. We both lost pet. So I put my dog down. And normally I get like an animal right away. That's how I've always been my whole life. But I'm like, I'm so tired from taking care of everything. Like I I'm taking care of my mom, taking care of this cat, taking care of the dogs, taking care of everything. And I'm just like, you know what? I need a break from taking care of things. Like that's sort of where I'm at. I'm like, I need a break. I don't want to take care of anything right now. So that's where, yeah. Cats are usually behind for a long weekend. Yeah, they are. Yeah. But also, if you're going away for a long time, dogs are actually easier to kind of travel with to bring them with you. Whereas cats, it's better if you leave them here or like hire someone to come in or take them. So like a cat sitter or whatever. Damien will have similar pets too. Yeah. Just a bit before I think August because Berkey was September. Yeah. So I think mine was August and your cat was September. Yeah. Even the cat knows the litter makes him sneeze. Yeah, that's the thing. I fucking hate cat litter so much. My dogs are lumps. They take advantage of me. That's the thing. Like, if I got another dog, I want specifically, I want a Chihuahua. And like, you can't just adopt one. Like, you have to actually get one as a puppy. And I'm just thinking, like, I remember I've raised dogs from a puppy. I've done it like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, I don't want to put that time in. It's a lot of commitment. Sorry, to get a puppy. And I want to go small, and I want to get like a Chihuahua. I need to go small too because I need to be able to lift it up. But yeah, it's just like it's one of those things. How long have we been streaming for? Like 2 hours. Yeah, I gotta end stream soon because I'm starting to run out of energy here. I need to eat something. I think I haven't eaten. No, what did I eat today? I ate a tea biscuit. That's all I've had today. Yeah. We raised rats. Yeah. Yeah, they don't live for very long. And that's the thing, like, I want a Chihuahua because they live like a really long time, but they also get like super bonded to their person. And then easy to lift and pick up too, because I have trouble with that. And when an animal gets sick or whatever, like you can't lift them to take them to the vet, like it's a concern. So yeah. I love my Boston Terriers, but the farting, it's the worst. The Shih Tzus and even like Cavalier King Charles, I would love that kind of like temperament, but I can't deal with the long hair. It was so tough having the Shih Tzus, and I'm like, no more long hair. Any dog that needs to be groomed constantly, I can't. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just like, I really want a Chihuahua. I've wanted a Chihuahua for a long time, but like I mean, my ex and stuff was like, oh, I don't like Chihuahuas. They're mean, and I'm like, they're only mean in certain situations. Like they got little dog syndrome, you know. So, but it's about how you train it. But yeah, and then there's like, there are some Chihuahua rescues, or like there's one I think in Ontario. I was kind of looking at it, but it's like their Chihuahuas all have like very special needs and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't think I can give that much time to it's tough. And then there's still like their adoption fee is like $2,000. I'm like, well, I could get a Chihuahua puppy from a reputable breeder for anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000, and that puppy won't have all these other issues and stuff. So it's just like, yeah. But I'm just like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't want to raise a puppy. If I could get one, if I could get a Chihuahua that's just immediately housebroken, I might consider it. But house training is rough with dogs like that. You got to be like on it, you know? Oh yeah. It's almost like midnight. Oh shit. It's almost like midnight and I haven't really eaten anything. I should probably eat something. Shit. Okay. Oh, and my appointment's tomorrow too. Okay. Yeah. We should probably end the stream because I have my appointments tomorrow. Oh, it's at 1. I thought it was at 2. It's at 1. Ugh. Okay. That's going to suck. I gotta set an alarm. I set an alarm for like 12 or something. I gotta go pick up the meds too, so I'll set it for 11:30 and then 12 because I gotta go pick up the Botox on the way there. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I'll get a puppy eventually. I'm not up for it right now, so yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream because I'm getting tired and I have tomorrow is the Botox and crap, so yeah. So yeah, I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not gonna guarantee anything. I'm gonna see how the Botox feels, if I have the same issues as last time or whatever. So yeah, we'll see. But last time too, he told me I had to like stay sitting up for like 3 or 4 hours, and I think that's why I did stream last time because I was like, I need something to keep me awake. So yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your night. And yeah, I'll see you at some point. There's going to be some videos coming out, so I'll at least see you in the premieres. But yeah. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Also, I might be on Raw Side Paranormal on Wednesday.